So what we're going to look at today is a real quick way to stretch that quad and that hip flexor, kind of combo those up. Real easy stretch. You can do at home. All you need is a chair and maybe a stick or a dowel, something to hold on to if you don't feel stable while you're doing the stretch. So all you're going to do is take a toe, put it up on the chair that you have, knee on the floor. So that will look like this here. So I'm just putting the foot up on the chair, I'm on my knee, and I'm going to go nice and tall. So I'm in a nice tall hip flexor stretch. And again, with the hip flexor, you want to make sure that you're not really arching the back. That doesn't really get deeper into that hip flexor and that quad like we want. The main concern here is to stay tall and tighten the glute on that side. That will help drive that pelvis forward and then stretch that hip flexor. So we're in that nice tall hip flexor position, and we just raise that arm. That will elongate that hip flexor. Now you can add some lateral bend to that to, again, increase or intensify that stretch. So you're there, I've got the glute tight, and you can do some lateral bending, and that will really open up that hip flexor, and you're going to feel that a little bit deeper into the quad than maybe your normal hip flexor stretch, because we now have that knee flex. You can also add in the rotation, that thoracic rotation out of that hip flexor stretch. A lot of people like to do that. So you can come down. I still have that nice tall flexion back there. So then we're going to rotate, and we just open up. Now we've got rotation in there with that hip flexor, and you can rotate to both sides just like you normally would. So we're getting that rotation in there, kind of hitting the glute on the opposite side. You can come back again, add that rotation, nice and tall. Tight, make sure that glute is tight, and you've got that lateral bend as you do that stretch. Will really open hip flexor and quad. And again, just to show you, if you need a stick or a dowel for stability, you would just place that guy there in front as you do that stretch. And again, you can hold on, and you can still do that stretch with a little bit of stability there to make you more comfortable if you need it. So try that guy. Again, always, the videos are here on YouTube, on Facebook, over on YouTube. They'll be in that newsletter that you get weekly. So check that out. Try that hip flexor stretch. Again, you want to do it on both sides. Change up that hip flexor stretch and see if you can't feel it in a little bit different area than your normal hip flexor, where you may be down on the floor, and we tend to kind of arch in that position. So that isolates and locks you in a little bit differently. Check it out. See what you think.